I am truly one of the most mysterious individuals currently residing in the One Piece world, being the shadow leader of the world government and seemingly manipulating everything behind the scenes of current events. A lot of people want to know his true identity, and I think I might have cracked it. Hello everyone, my name is Yuen and I'm one of the hosts of the Impel podcast, a podcast in which we talk about, you guessed it, One Piece. We review each chapter as well as discuss different topics relating to the One Piece world, which you can check out on our channel. But let's get back on track, Im and his identity. First off, let's see what we know about Im so far. We know a few things about him. He's the ruler of the world, whom even the Gorosei bow down to. He sits on the empty throne. He can erase individuals and nations from history through military might and control of information. We don't know what he looks like exactly, as he has only been shown as a silhouetted character, and he has a tall, funny crown on his head. But for real, we know so little about him that anything I say can be considered a stretch, but bear with me. The only thing we know for sure is that Im and Joy Boy have a history dating back 800 years ago. We can deduce that as Im is the leader of the world government and is responsible for the censorship of events in the Void Century, and well, Joy Boy lived during the Void Century. This is a bit off topic, but for this video we will assume that Im had the immortal surgery done by a previous Ope Ope no Mi user, and is immortal. So he has lived for at least 800 years and knows Joy Boy personally. But back on topic, we also know that the secret treasure of Marijois is a giant straw hat. Now, I'm pretty sure that the straw hat belonged to Joy Boy, as both Luffy and Joy Boy are paralleled throughout the story. So you can think of the giant straw hat as Im's greatest treasure, the most prized possession of the men he defeated. So now that we know that Im had a connection with Joy Boy, I'd like to bring up something stated by Dr. Vegapunk in chapter 1069 of One Piece. Anime viewers beware, spoilers territory ahead. You can skip to the timestamp on screen if you don't want to get spoiled. Good. So, we know once Luffy awakened his devil fruit and became sun god Nika, Zunisha claimed that Joy Boy had returned. Which means that both Luffy and Joy Boy are connected through the use of the Sun God Nika transformation, or the Gomu Gomu no Mi. In chapter 1069, Dr. Vegapunk theorizes that devil fruits are born by the desire of the humans in the past, meaning that Sun God Nika was desired by the people of the past, as well as the Warrior of Liberation, which are the same thing, meaning both Luffy and Joy Boy shared that desire as well, since the devil fruit chose them to enact its will. However, there is one more man that matches Luffy's and by extension Joy Boy's dream of freedom, and that is the Pirate King, Goldie Roger himself. It is no secret that Luffy and Roger are viewed as having similar desires, as both Shanks and Rayleigh could see their old captain when Luffy spoke about being king of the pirates. So, one stretch later, we can deduce that since all three of these characters share the same will, Joy Boy, Roger, Luffy, they all have the will of D. So Joy Boy is a D. What does that have to do with him? Well, you see, in One Piece, those with the will of Joy Boy also have enemies that are also part of the D clan. Luffy has Blackbeard, Roger had xebec, and Joy Boy had Im. Yes, I believe Imu is a member of the D clan, and this isn't the only reasoning either. I believe we can separate the D clan into those who fight for freedom, Joy Boy, Roger and Luffy, and those who fight for world domination, Blackbeard, xebec, Im. As stated by Sengoku, xebec wanted to be king of the world. Blackbeard has been hinted to carry the will of xebec, as his ship is named the Saber of xebec. So if you compare xebec and Blackbeard's desires to be king of the world to Im, well actually, Im succeeded. He is king of the world. So Im is a D. Video over? Not entirely. We have yet to figure out Im's last name. And no, don't worry, it's not Rox, nor xebec, nor Blackbeard, or anything like that. It's actually everything the Im. Now you might be thinking, wait up, what the fuck am I on about? Everything the Im? It sounds stupid, where did you even pull the everything from? It makes no sense, it's a last name and it's never been hinted at. Okay. So, to understand Im's true name, we have to look at Blackbeard. More importantly, Blackbeard's true name. You might be asking, what the fuck? What do you mean Blackbeard's true name? We all know that Blackbeard's real name is Marshall D. Teach. However, this was not always the case. In one of the One Piece data books, One Piece Green Secret Pieces, released in 2010, we see an early concept of Blackbeard. And I shit you not, his name was Everything D. Teach. So yes, at one point, one of the main enemies of Luffy, if not the main antagonist, had everything in his name. Now I think that was an obvious connection to Blackbeard's desire to control everything, or to be the ruler of everything. But we all know what happened. Blackbeard's name was changed to Marshall D. Teach, end of story. Maybe Oda didn't like the name Everything, so he scrapped it and replaced it with something better. I mean, maybe. But what if I tell you that Oda liked the name Everything so much, he took it from Blackbeard and put it on another character, the actual main antagonist of One Piece. And it makes sense too, since the beginning of One Piece, surely Blackbeard would have been the ultimate threat, the most dangerous pirate in real world history, and Luffy's main antagonist. However, once the themes of One Piece were laid out in Oda's head, he decided that Blackbeard wouldn't be the final threat, that it would be another character. It would be Im. So he took Blackbeard's original name and gave it to Im. Well, it is certainly plausible, but there is also another layer to that name. If we flip it around, we get I'm the Everything. Yes, it's a pun in English, albeit a bad one, but come on, we've had so many locations or names that we thought were spelled one way, but turned out completely different. Like Raftail actually being Laugh-tail the whole time, Gold Roger being Gold-D Roger, which technically isn't a joke, but it's a play on words. You get my point.
近頃政府のやつらが俺を何と呼んでるか知ってるか、ゴールド・ロジャーだ。なんだそれがおめえの本当の名前か。違う俺はゴール D ロジャーだ。
I'm the Everything is a pun, which also boldly states that Im is the most important character in the series, and in fact controlling everything behind the scenes. So what do you think? Is Im's true name Everything the Im, or is it something else? You can leave a comment down below and share your thoughts. I'd really appreciate it if you left a like, if you enjoyed this video, as we'll have more videos like this in the future. This was me, Yuen, and I am out.